right? So you speak different languages, but when you come to this class, you are speaking the same language, English. Similarly, there are different businesses all over the world, right? There are business in France, there are business in America, in Russia, in Thailand, in Indonesia, in Bangladesh, in Japan. All are preparing financial statements. The problem arises if Indonesian person go to Japan or sees the Japanese financial statements. It's quite different, right? But what if we make a standard language so that everybody understands? So in that case, no matter is no matter where you are, whether you are in Thailand, America, Russia, Norway, Singapore, you can easily understand the financial statements. And that language is called accounting. So if you want to do your business, you want to save your family legacy, or you want to do a job, you want to be an accountant, it is must for you to know the language of the business. So that's why we are studying accounting. That's why principles of accounting or accounting is integral part of this degree program. So first of all, what is accounting? So this is the information system. It tells you about the information regarding business activities. What's going on? How do we measure the business activity? Right? If I say 100, what does it mean? Venetia, how can you conclude what is meant by 100?
Is it perfect?
Right? 100 means perfect. It took totally different approach because we didn't write down some measures. If I write down dollar here, so this means $100. If I write down euro here, it's 100 euro, right? So accounting is information system which measures business activity. So you need to provide some measures, which currency you are using. What does it mean by this 100? So that everybody understands the same, or everybody is on the same page, right? If you are conducting transaction, okay, I give you 100 and you give me this pen. So what is 100? Yuan, rupee, baht, Indonesian rupiah, or what? Right? Second, processes data into reports. So it provides data in form of reports, very nicely presented. It's a standard format, so you can easily understand the business of any kind of business all over the world. So they standardize this business reports. Plus, it communicates results to decision makers. So once you make the reports, how these reports are used for decision making. That whether we should produce more, whether our profit is declined from previous 3 months or previous year, 9 months or whatsoever. So any kind of decisions that you want to make, it depends on financial reports, right? And then, because you can easily understand these terminologies here, so basically these reports are communicating your business. So that's why we call this accounting is the language of business. Any question? Good. So now let's talk about this diagram. There is the flow of information, how information flows in accounting system. First of all, people make decisions, right? Okay, the market for laptops are increasing. How, what about if we buy laptops and sell in bulk? Then you produce or buy laptops and conduct business transactions. And then you present those transactions into, for communication purposes, you are making reports, right? So this is how you make reports, and then you publish it, and you could send to your boss, your colleagues, for easily, understandable that where our company stands, how much is the profitability, how much salaries we have paid to our employees, how much we have to pay for our suppliers, how much for electricity bill, right? How much is the rent of this company? Now, who uses accounting information? We know that. We just found out accounting is the language of business, right? Then who uses those languages to get accounting information? Number one, individuals. Individuals do use accounting information, yes. Investors and creditors. So let's just see one by one. Individuals. So those who are managing personal bank accounts, if you have your own personal bank account, you are doing accounting, you are using accounting information. If you are going to ATM to take out the money, you are using accounting information. Debit card, credit card, right? So plus, if you are making the decision whether to rent or buy a car or some movies or clothes or vehicles or even mobile phones or whatsoever, right? You are using accounting information. And most importantly, everybody is doing this, budgeting monthly income and expenses. Even though you are not earning, but you are getting pocket money from your parents, and that is your budgeted income, right? The next one is investors. So those who basically invest in the company and they use information system. Should we buy the shares of this company? On what basis? You saw their, or you see their report, financial reports. Okay, it's profitable. Its growth is looking good, right? So you invest in that company. Creditors. Not only investors use accounting information, but also the creditors, those who want to provide loan to the business. For example, banks. If the owners of the company ask for loan, bank asks for their financial reports, and bank will see that, okay, you are making consecutive loss from the last 5 years. If we give you loan, our loan is doomed, right? So they can also see the accounting information because it is the only language that everybody understands regarding business. Regulatory bodies like government agencies, they use accounting information, yes, because they want taxes from you, right? The biggest mafia in the world is the government. We don't help you to create profit, but when you got the profit, they come to you and say, give us 40%, 20%, 30%, right? So they need this accounting information. Also, the Security and Exchange Commission, those companies who are public companies, they must present their data, this accounting information, to the SEC. If they fail, then they will be heavily penalized, or maybe they will be delisted from stock exchange. So the next question is, everybody uses this accounting information. Does non-profit organization also use accounting information? Yes, even though they are not making profit, but they still need to file their reports to IRS, Internal Revenue Systems, or the banks, or because they want to open account, of course. They are paying salaries, right? They need to answerable to the state government because they were asking charities from government institutions, right? They need to present reports. They need to show their operations as well. That's why everyone, or every institution or everybody in the country is using accounting information. right? So there are two kinds of accounting, and I'm teaching both financial and managerial accounting as well. So this one is financial accounting. So financial accounting is basically you are making business records for investors, creditors, government agencies, and the public. So if you carefully see these 4 points here, so there is no internal management here. All are outsiders, right? Investors, those who want to invest in your company, it means they are outsiders who want to invest. They are not the owners. They are not the employees. Creditors, those who want to provide you money as a loan. They are not the owners. They are not the employees. Government agencies are also not your employees. Similarly, the public is not your employees, right? So basically the accounting, financial accounting is made for outside. So anything that you produce report, you organize accounts for outside purposes. While the managerial accounting, they provide, or it provides managerial accountant or managerial accounting, it provides information for internal staff, employees for the company, for budgeting, forecasting, projections purposes. How much of our salary is going to be, increase? How much is the inflation? So we need to increase the salary. How many, how much is our sale need to grow? How much we need to sell in order to get this much profit? What would be our next year target, next 3 months target of buying raw materials? So this kind of stuff. So these information are not available for outsiders. So these are not applicable for outsiders, right? Now, forms of business, I'm sure you already gone through with introduction of business, so I'm not going to waste so much time here. Just going to go through a little bit fast here. So we have various forms of business. Number one is proprietorship, partnership, limited liability company, and corporation. So let's just talk about the features. So features of proprietorship is that only single owner owns this business. Partnership, more than 2 or more owners. LLC, it can be 1 person or it can be 2 or more, but there's a difference. We'll talk about in coming points. And corporations, there are many owners. There is no end limit for this, this form of business, corporation. Based on personal liability. So in proprietorship, owner is responsible for business loss. So proprietorship means business and owner, they are the same. So business and owner, they are the same. So business and owners, they are the same. If business make loss, it means owner make loss. And loss will be compensated to owner's property. Personal property, maybe his watch is going to be sold, his vehicle is going to be sold, his house is going to be sold to fulfill the loss. This is what we mean by personal liability. In case of partnership, same happens. The business and the partners,